This is Georgia Phantom, and welcome back to the Behind the Mask podcast. Today's episode is a little bit more heavier. This isn't one of those episodes where we're just going to talk about music, the streams, videos, what's coming next, or anything like that. This one, it matters in a different way because this episode is about Stay, one of my number one songs about suicide. And we all know that this month is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. But it's just not all about men. It's about all of us. It's about the people out there who are hurting but don't know how to say it. The ones who are tired. The ones who are angry. Who feel numb. The ones who keep showing up for everybody else. But deep down, they don't know how much longer they can keep showing up for themselves. And I want to say this right from the beginning. This episode is not me acting like I have all the answers because trust me, I don't. It's not going to be a perfect speech from me who stands above that pain. Because trust me, I've been there, I've done it. This is simply me talking as a human being. Because the thing that feels, when we feel like we carry things you don't always know how to explain. And hopefully this episode is going to help you. And that's what Stay is all about. It's about the moment where somebody is sitting in the dark, maybe not literally, but mentally. The place where you feel alone, even when people are around. The place where you feel like nobody understands what's going on inside in that head of yours. And I think a lot of people know that place, unfortunately. They may not talk about it, might not even post about it, or say it out loud, but they know it. A lot of people are walking around wearing invisible weight. They're smiling in pictures. They're going to work. They're taking care of their families. They're answering messages. Even laughing when they're supposed to laugh, or when they're not supposed to laugh, whichever one. They're saying I'm good because it feels easier than explaining the truth. And that is why this conversation matters. That's why Stay matters. Because some people don't need a lecture. They don't need fake positivity. And trust me, in my songs, I'm not about fake. I tell it how it is. They don't need somebody telling them just to get over it. They need somebody to sit beside them in the dark and say, don't leave yet. Your story is not over. You still matter. Stay. When I think about the song Stay, I don't think it's just a song. I never intended it to be just a song. It's like a hand over somebody's shoulder. It's not judgment, not shame, not you should be stronger, or other people have it worse. It's not about any of that. Because when somebody is truly in a dark place, those words, they don't help. Most of the time, they make someone feel even worse or feel more alone. Stay was made for the person who feels like they are in the edge of something. The person who is exhausted from fighting battles nobody can see. The person who feels like they are a burden. The person who thinks the world might be better without them. It's not easy, guys. I don't come on here because I want to try to be the next Tony Robbins or anything like that. I just want to help one person at a time, and that's all that I really started this music project for, was just helping myself, and it became basically what it is today. And when I speak directly to that person for a second, I want you to know that you matter. I know the pain can get so loud that it starts sounding like the truth. But that thought that says nobody needs you, that's not truth. The thought that says your family would be better off, that's not truth. or the thought that says you are weak because you are hurting. That's not truth either. That's simply you are human. And being human means sometimes life gets heavy. Right now, the things that we're going through is probably one of the most heaviest, burdensome societies, life that we've ever experienced. And needing help does not make you weak. Needing somebody does not make you broken beyond repair. Breaking down does not mean your story is over. It means you have been carrying too much for too long. I think one of the most hardest things about pain is how quiet can become. Sometimes people don't talk about what they're going through because they don't want to burden anyone. Sometimes they feel embarrassed, they feel ashamed, or they may not even have the words for it. They just know something inside them feels heavy. They know they're tired. They're not themselves. They know they're trying to make it through one more day without letting anybody see how really bad it is. And that's the dangerous part because the pain grows in isolation. Shame grows in silence. And the longer somebody keeps it all locked in, the heavier it becomes. That's why checking on people matters. And I don't mean the casual kind of check in that you just think you good, because a lot of people are trained to answer that with a yeah, I'm good, even when they're not. Sometimes you have to ask again. No, really, how are you doing? I've been asked that. Sometimes you have to let that person know you're just not asking to be polite. You're actually caring. And the person listening, I want to say this too. You don't have to explain your pain perfectly for it to be real. You don't need the perfect words. You don't need to know exactly what's wrong before you reach out. Sometimes all you can do is say, I'm not okay. And that's enough to start. Guys, the one sentence alone can save your life. I'm not okay. Doesn't mean you're weak. Might be the strongest thing you've ever said because anybody can pretend. Anybody can put on the mask, ironically. Anybody can fake a smile, go to work, take care of the family, people, lie, tell the truth. Well, it's a lie when you're actually hurting. That takes courage. It takes real strength. And speaking of masks, that is something I want to talk about right now with me. Because the mask is part of the image, yes. It's part of the brand. I started this so you wouldn't be able to ever know who I am. But also for the fact that it's not about the mask, it's about the music. Doesn't matter what I look like, it's the voice behind the music itself. Every day, a lot of people wear masks. Not physical ones, but the emotional ones, mental ones. The I'm fine mask. Nothing bothers me mask. I got it handled mask. I don't need anybody mask. I'm just tired mask. And sometimes that mask is survival. Sometimes that mask is how a person gets through the day. But survival is healing, or survival and the healing are not the same thing. You can survive for years and still be bleeding inside. You can keep moving and still be lost. You can look strong and still be tired. And that's why behind the mask matters to me. It should matter to every single one of you. Every tough exterior is a story. Behind every silent battle is something somebody may not know how to say. And I want Georgia Phantom to be a place where people feel seen without having to explain anything. That's what Stay is. It's not just music, it's a message. When people reach out and tell me what Stay means to them, that hits different. Because when somebody says a song helped them get through the dark night, that's not something you forget. Because when somebody says a song helped them get through a dark night, that's when you know the music is hitting in the right places. When somebody says they played it because they didn't know what else to do, that stays with you. When somebody says they shared it with someone they love because they didn't have the words themselves, that reminds you why the music matters. Music can say things people are afraid to say. Music can walk into rooms that conversations don't. Sometimes a song reaches somebody before a person does. I know stay may just be a track to some people, but to others, it may be a thing they play when they are trying to hold on. And if that is you, I want you to know something. You are the reason why songs and me exist. Without you, I probably wouldn't have continued. I only did it for a release for me, and then when I realized it became a bigger movement, more than just me, I kept going. So you're the reason this message matters. Not the numbers, not the streams. You. The people listening in the car, the person listening at night, the person pretending to be okay, the person who is still here, even though staying has been hard. I'm glad you're here. GP Army is glad you're here. This message is for anybody who has ever felt like they've had to disappear to stop the pain. Anyone who's felt like a burden. Anyone who's wondered if their life still matters. Anyone who's been fighting a silent war nobody can see. You matter. Your life matters. Your presence matters. Even if your mind is telling you otherwise right now, and I know that may be hard to believe when you're in the middle of the storm. I know when the darkness gets loud, hope can feel far away, but feelings can be loud and still be wrong. You may not see the way forward right now, but that does not mean there isn't one. You may not feel hope right now, but that doesn't mean hope is gone. Sometimes you just need somebody else to hold the light, and there's no shame in that. Call somebody, text somebody, tell somebody. In the United States, you can call or text 988. That that number's there for a reason, and you can use it. Your life is worth that call. Your life is worth another day. I also want to say something to the people who feel like they've been useful. Also want to say something to the people who feel like they have to be useful, to be loved. Because trust me, there's been times that I felt useless, and it's not a fun road to be down. You are not just what you do for other people. You are not just what you provide. You are not only valuable when you are strong. You're not only loved when you are needed. You matter because you are. Not because of what you can carry. Not because of what you can fix. And certainly not because of what you can produce. You matter even when you're tired. You matter even when you need help. You matter even when you don't feel like yourself. And somebody needs to hear that. Because a lot of people are walking around believing their worth is connected only by what they can do for everybody else. But you are more than what you do. You are a soul. You are a son, a daughter, a father, a mother, a brother, a sister, a friend, a partner, and most importantly, a human being. And even if you don't feel important right now, your absence would have a bigger hole in everyone else's life that you can ever understand. So again, just stay. Not because life is easy, not because pain disappears overnight, not because everything magically gets better. Stay because your story is not finished. Stay because somebody loves you, even if they don't always know how to show it. Stay because there is a special version of you that you've not met yet. Stay because the pain you are feeling right now does not get to write the final chapter. That is what I wanted Stay to carry. Not perfection. Not a fake happy ending. Just the truth that somebody can be in pain and still be worth saving. Somebody can be broken and still not done. Somebody can be standing at the edge and still turn around. And maybe that is the most powerful part of the song. It doesn't pretend the darkness is not real. It just says the darkness does not get the last word. This is the mission of GP. To make music for the people who are fighting things that don't always talk about it. The people who feel overlooked. People who feel misunderstood. People who are tired of pretending. The ones who have been through hell and are still standing even if it's barely. That's the Phantom Army to me. It's not just fans. It's people with scars. People with stories. People who know what it means to survive something. People who are still here. And if you are still here, I'm proud of you. Even if nobody told you that today, I'm proud of you. So I don't want this to be just a podcast episode. I want it to be a reminder. Check on somebody. Tell the people in your life that they matter. Give people permission to be honest. Don't wait until a funeral to say the words you could have said while they were still here. Don't wait until somebody is gone to tell the stories about how much they meant. Say it now. Send the message now. Make that call. And if you're one who needs help, don't wait either. You don't have to hit rock bottom to reach out. You don't have to have the you don't have to have the perfect explanation. You don't have to carry this alone one more day just because you carried it alone yesterday. Speak, even if your voice shakes. Reach out, even if it feels uncomfortable. Even if all you can do is make it through the next hour. You've got to stay. Before I close this episode, I want to say this one more time because somebody needs to hear it clearly. You are not weak because you're hurting. You're not a burden because you need help. You're not alone just because you feel alone. Your pain, it is not the end of your story. The world is better with you in it. Your family is better with you in it. Your friends are better with you in it. Your future is still waiting on you. So please, stay. While I end this episode, I do want to say, head over to gparmy.com to pick up your Stay shirt because someone needs to read it. Spread the message. As this is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, it needs to be every single day. And with closing, I'm Georgia Phantom. See you next episode.